Good afternoon. I'm George Latimer, Westchester County Executive. Welcome to our Westchester Weekly Update. Today is Monday, August the 5th. We're in the heart of the summertime. We've had absolute summertime weather with heat and humidity day after day, and then usually a torrential downpour sometime before the day is over. I don't know if this day is going to be any different than any other day, but we hope you're enjoying the summer, and we're here to give you an update on a couple of key issues. I'll be introducing in a few seconds the mayor of the village of Ardsley, Nancy Kabulian. We have our Municipal Partners program, and every week we invite one of the village or city mayors or town supervisors to join us, talk a little bit about their community. Nancy has been with us in the past. She'll give you an update on things that are happening in the village of Ardsley. I'll be joined in a few minutes by Deputy County Executive Ken Jenkins, who will help me get through our agenda today of all the different activities and some other things that are important. I just want to lead with an important announcement, which is a summertime reality, that our Department of Health is responsible to test all of the various beaches, primarily the Long Island Sound, but involves the Hudson River as well, to make sure that the water quality and the presence of bacteria in the water is at an acceptable level for people to go and swim. When those numbers do not come up at an acceptable level, we have to have those beaches closed. That is not just county-owned beaches, but any other beaches, municipal beaches, or those that are in private possession. As it stands right now, because we've had high levels of rainfall, you saw what happened on both Saturday and Sunday at various times of the day. We've had tremendous rainfall within a short period of time, and it elevated bacteria levels. And so at this stage of the game, the beaches that have been closed by the Department of Health include in the city of Rye, Coverley Club Beach, in the village of Mamaroneck, Harbor Island Beach, Beach Point Club, Orienta Beach Club, and Mamaroneck Beach and Yacht Club, and in the city of New Rochelle, Hudson Park Beach, Davenport Club, Green Tree Club, and Surf Club. Those are all Long Island Sound locations. We're hopeful that if there's no excessive rainfall in the next 24 hours, then the beaches will reopen on the 6th, which is tomorrow. That's what our hope is, and if we can hit that mark, then those beaches will open. We know that whether you're going to public beaches like the Hudson Park Beach in New Rochelle or the Harbor Island Beach in Mamaroneck, or if you're a member of some of those clubs, private beaches, you want to have access to that water. That's the summertime joy of being on the beach and being in the water. But unfortunately, public health comes first over recreational desires, so all of those beaches are closed as of today. Residents and visitors are encouraged to look at our Westchester County website, westchestergov.com. You'll get the latest updates on beach closures from there and reopening schedules. We're having this conversation in the 2 o'clock hour. If anything changes, usually the beaches would open earlier in the day and close sometime before dusk. But if there are any changes that you'll be aware of it, we'll put it on our website. We are consistent in maintaining high standards of public health. We want to do that for your health and benefit. And if we are unable to be swimming today, at least you have the confidence to know that when the beaches are open, you'll be swimming in a safe environment. Next up, we'll ask the mayor of the village of Ardsley to join us, Nancy Kabulian. Nancy has been mayor of the village for a number of years. She's done a terrific job. We've worked very closely with her on migrant issues that have had a placement in her village. And I must tell you, if I don't see her at least once a month in Pascone Park for one of the multiple number of festivals and fairs that Ardsley does, I commonly say there, as I say here now to all people in Westchester, Ardsley is at the top of the list alphabetically of all of the incorporated communities. But in terms of welcoming different parts of the great Westchester mosaic, I don't know if anyone does as much as Ardsley has. I've been there for Asian American Pacific Islander Festival and festivals for all different other groups, Hispanic and African American, a host of other ones. So certainly she's led Ardsley with a great degree of inclusion and a great degree of success. So for the 5,000 plus people, I don't exactly know how many more over 5,000 we have. We know we've got 5,000 there, just like we have 1 million in Westchester. I give you the mayor of the village of Ardsley, Nancy Kabulian. Nancy, the podium is yours. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, County Executive and Deputy County Executive Jenkins, for the opportunity to once again highlight the great village of Ardsley. I love every opportunity when I have to talk about the village. As you know, Ardsley is the second smallest municipality in the county, but I believe we have the biggest heart. The village board understands the challenges of living in a small municipality. We have the same services and equipment as our neighboring communities, but with a much smaller tax pool. I often remind people that a fire truck or a police car in Ardsley costs the same as it does in White Plains. That's why we were particularly pleased that despite increased mandated costs, this year the village budget has an overall tax rate decrease from last year. The Board of Trustees takes its fiscal responsibility very seriously, and our commitment to managing our resources prudently while delivering essential services and investments that enhance the quality of life for our residents. Throughout the budgeting process, we prioritize key areas that are crucial for the well-being and prosperity of our community. Investments in public safety, infrastructure, and community services remain the cornerstone of our budgetary allocations and ensure that the daily functions of the village run smoothly and effectively. In addition, this year's capital plan includes many projects that will have a significant and impactful benefit to village residents. The capital plan includes significant improvements to Pascone Park, which the county executive referenced. We've secured grants from multiple sources to substantially rehabilitate the park, to include brand new ability-inclusive playground equipment, a walking path, a stage area, improvements to shade, lighting, landscaping, and hardscape, and hopefully our bathrooms as well. Bicentennial Park will see a total upgrade in terms of a new walkway, plantings, tables, and benches. We will be adding a dog park to McDowell Park, which is on the other side on Heatherdale. We are also working with Westchester County for improvements to Silliman Park, which is at the corner of Ashford Avenue and 9A, which will enhance our downtown area. Another notable improvement will be the renovation of our community center, which will provide a more appealing community space for activities and programming. Another long-term project is the rehabilitation of Adams Square, which the village has received a grant of almost $1 million. This transformative project will improve landscapes, streetscapes, lighting, curbs, sidewalk paving, and a living wall, and many other elements that will significantly improve our downtown area. We are reaching completion of our new highway garage. We hope to be fully occupied by September. We are getting proposals to add solar panels to the highway garage right now. We are approximately 90% completed with phase 2 of 3 of our closed-circuit television inspection of our sanitary sewer lines. We felt this was an important project to do for long-term planning of our sewer system. It helps us not only see potential problems before they happen, but just to maintain as we go forward. While we did that, we also completed the mapping and testing of our entire stormwater system. This, too, allows us to identify problems before they happen. We've added 2 crossing guards in 2 locations and speed bumps to help traffic for our children going to school. We've taken significant steps and hopefully make improvements in our intersection of 9A and Center Street. We've had traffic engineers out there, video counting. We're meeting with the DOT soon about that. After many months, actually years of waiting, our pumper truck is in production and should be delivered, I'm told, by the end of August. So we're very excited about that. The village has been working with our state representatives and the Thruway Authority regarding the overpass at the south end of our village, which needs a little maintenance and flooding conditions that are caused by the Thruway onto village property. We've applied for and received grants to help offset costs for a comprehensive review of the village code through the lens of our comprehensive plan, for stormwater infrastructure improvement, for a natural resources inventory, and to study food scrap collection in collaboration with the other Rivertown villages. We work to become a sustainable village to protect our environment. The village was once again earned the Leadership Circle from the National Wildlife Federation for the Mayor's Monarch Pledge. We launched a new logo and will be starting a marketing campaign to draw attention to all that the village has to offer. We eliminated all parking meters and have taken significant steps to improve the flow of parking in our business district to help our businesses. We have welcomed a number of new restaurants, so come eat in Ardsley. And as the county executive mentioned, last year we welcomed 70 asylum seekers from New York City to one of our motels. The community response was and continues to be amazing. So many individuals, nonprofits, organizations, and faith-based groups have stepped forward to help these folks find their way in the United States. David Imamura, our county legislator, has been an enormous help with tapping into county resources to help these folks and has provided significant support. Thank you very much. I must take a moment to recognize and express my sincere sorrow for the loss of Professor Vanessa Merton of Pace University. Professor Merton was immediately available to help and provide much-needed guidance and information as these folks navigated our legal system. And as you've heard, we love to celebrate our diversity in Ardsley. We have celebrated Lunar New Year, Black History Month, Juneteenth, Pride, Holi, Diwali, Christmas, Eid, Ramadan, Hanukkah. This year we added AAPI, and coming up soon, we'll be selling Jewish heritage and Italian heritage. We were the first village in the river towns to recognize our veterans by hanging 120 military banners throughout the village. We here in Ardsley cannot fix the evils of the world, but we continue to come together as one Ardsley, a community of families, friends, neighbors who celebrate each other, look out for each other in good times, and support each other in challenging times. As I stated, we might be small, but we have the biggest heart. Please join us for one of our celebrations, and don't forget to eat at one of our restaurants. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's Nancy Kabulian, the mayor of Ardsley. And Nancy, we'll take you up on that offer to eat there sometime very soon. Maybe later tonight, who knows?
Okay.
But Nancy's been a wonderful partner, as has the various mayors of villages, cities, and the town supervisors. We've made an effort in the county, it's always imperfect, but to try to be a partner government to the local municipal governments, village, towns, and cities. I had the pleasure of being a municipal official in the beginning of my public career, and I know that, having also been in the state legislature, that if the counties can work side by side with villages, towns, and cities, it's a stronger bond. There are things that a county can do that support that which a village does. Sometimes it's county police that may back up the village when they have a certain need for public safety. It may be a capital project, things that the county should be doing, as we did with the Ashford Avenue Bridge a number of years ago, that falls within the county's responsibility. And sometimes it's things that's a village responsibility for which the county can be a partner. So hopefully that partnership continues. Nancy, it's a pleasure to work with you and your colleagues on the board. So I'm going to invite Ken Jenkins to join me over on camera as we do the routine that we do each week. Next, Ken will introduce our friends who are here with us from the Department of Emergency Services and tell us about an innovative program. Over to you, Mr. Deputy County Executive.
Thank you, George. And certainly it's always a pleasure to be here with our friends in the Department of Emergency Services. So we're going to ask our Commissioner, Richard Wishney, certainly Deputy Commissioner Susan Spear, and certainly speak with us today, the EMS Division leader, Brett Roberts, to come up and talk about this new exciting program and an initiative that's so important to do to be able to stop the bleed and do those kind of things. So we'll ask you all to come up now, and then we'll move from there. So, Commissioner.
Thank you, sir. Good to see you.
Good seeing you.
Thank you, Deputy County Executive and County Executive. We're going to have an opportunity today to see something very special. And both Susan Spear and I are very, very proud of the gentleman I'm going to introduce you to. And he'll tell you a little bit about the Stop the Bleed film that he helped coordinate. Brett Roberts is a Deputy Chief of the EMS Division of the Department of Emergency Services. He's an extraordinary instructor, teaching a variety of courses from basic EMT civilian classes to tactical EMS responses for law enforcement and medical professionals. Brett has more than 30 years of experience in emergency medical services and more than 20 years of experience as a responder and instructor in tactical EMS and as a member of the Tactical Rescue Task Force. In addition, he's a certified New York State course instructor coordinator, training new and existing EMTs, and is also an advanced law enforcement rapid response training instructor. Besides his work in emergency services, Brett is an accomplished musician and can be seen performing in many local entertainment venues. Today, Brett will unveil a new video showcasing the county's Stop the Bleed program. This special program was created in an effort to provide life-saving emergency preparedness training to individuals with visual impairments. Please welcome Brett Roberts.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Good afternoon. First, I'd like to thank County Executive Latimer, Deputy County Executive Jenkins for your continued support to the Department of Emergency Services and for inviting us here today. I'd also like to thank Commissioner Wishney, Deputy Commissioner Spear, Chief Mike Volk, and Director Dennis Del Borgo for allowing us to bring this into our department and be able to present this to folks of all backgrounds and all challenges. Stop the Bleed is a program that is meant for civilians as well as professional rescuers, and its intention is to teach people how to look for, identify, and treat life-threatening external bleeding. There's a cost of readiness, and it actually starts at the civilian level. Most first responders are in fact civilians because most of the time when an incident occurs of this nature, civilians are usually in the area before emergency services arrive. By offering this program to all people of our society and any challenges they may have, it gives us the ability to empower people so they feel that not only can they help themselves in a time of crisis, but can also help their fellow neighbors and citizens and guests of Westchester County and beyond. The video that you will see today is a snippet of the program that we offered. It's the first one in our area that was able to tailor this to people with visual impairments. The concept behind it was an integration of training with tactical EMS, where there's a segment of that is taught to people in low light and no light environments. So to have this integrated into this type setting seemed very appropriate, and it was received well by those that attended the program. So I'd like to thank the folks that were willing to take the class. I'd like to thank Tony Fasciano for not only filming, but also doing the post-production for this film, and a special thanks to my colleagues from County EMS who assisted during this class. Without any further ado, we'd like to roll the video for you now. Thank you.
This is an exciting opportunity for us to have this ability, to have the professionals that can offer the same training that we give to all of our workers here at Westchester County, to our visually impaired students, which is a first for us here.
The program that you're here for is called Stop the Bleed. This class is for ways to identify, ways to treat in a pre-hospital environment, life-threatening external bleeding. Each one of the EMTs here will pair up with each of you. We're going to essentially have a ratio of one EMT to one participant. This way we have the best hands-on approach, and the curriculum that we're doing today is not only taught to civilian rescuers like yourselves, but this curriculum is also taught to professional rescuers. When we teach tactical EMS to providers that are sent into high-threat scenarios, victims that have been injured from explosions, gunshot wounds, there's a segment that teaches how to do Stop the Bleed in low light or no light environments. Tactical EMS is based on the ability to utilize tactile senses and touch and sliding with your hands to find wound sites to be able to manage them appropriately. Body cream is one of the sensory props that we can use because we put some of it on your arm. Body cream has a sensation of blood when it starts to coagulate, and it gives you that slippery, wet glide. So from a sensory standpoint, as you learn to sweep yourself, meaning sweep your body, to tactilely feel, it will be a way for you to find and feel that glide. It's a way to start to build muscle memory. People will often ask, well, how long does it take for somebody to bleed out? Bleed out meaning their blood supply is out of their body and unfortunately they're now deceased. The generalized answer is it's seconds to minutes, not hours to days. This is a fast-acting process. That's why this is critically important that we already have a curriculum, that everybody gets the same material and knows how to do it. So when you leave here, we hope you feel confident, and we hope you never really need to use this for real. But if you needed to, we hope that you're comfortable and confident enough to be able to do that before emergency services arrive. Sometimes the person needing assistance is yourself. If you're able to take care of yourself in what may be considered the worst of times, we're hopefully more prepared to be able to help somebody else. something we talk about in emergency services all the time. The cost of readiness. You prepare to do things, you get equipment, you train some more, you retrain to do things you hope you never need to do. The cost of readiness, and that's what you're all doing here today, so thank you.
Thank you again to our executives of the Department of Emergency Services, Commissioner Richard Wishney and his team, and we're very happy to be part of that program. Going to talk about a few other things now. First of all, we are still in the vicinity of about a month away from the commemoration of September 11th, a date that, for those of us who were alive at the time, will be hard to ever forget, and the terrorist attack on New York and in the skies over Pennsylvania and in Virginia. Westchester County is scheduled to hold a two-day event to remember those residents who died that day, as well as those who've died from 9/11 related illnesses subsequent to that day. 8 additional names are going to be added this year, sadly, to the 9/11 First Responders Memorial, which we put in place 2 years ago. And everyone honored on that memorial either resided in Westchester County, worked in the county, or volunteered within Westchester County. So we will add those names, sadly. This is the 23rd anniversary of the September 11th attacks. It's kind of hard to believe it's been that many years for those of us of a certain age. We have an interfaith prayer vigil that is scheduled for the night prior to our ceremony on the night of September 10th. That will be at 5 o'clock at Kensico Dam. It'll be in the location of the Rising Sculpture Monument and also the 9/11 First Responders Memorial. That's 5 o'clock the night before September 10th. And then on September 11th itself, we have a memorial service that'll be at 3 p.m. at Kensico Dam Plaza, and in it we'll have representatives from the various families who will be speaking about this. If you have someone that you'd like to be remembered at this time, reach out to us at communications@westchestercountiny.gov, and we'll be happy to work that into our effort. These events, both of these events, are open to the public. All are encouraged to attend and participate as we honor those lives that were lost on 9/11 and those that have been lost subsequently on 9/11. We've continued to have free bus services. Ken will remind us of what those services are.
Thanks, George. And we're going to continue with the free B, which the fares have been lifted, as people know, from now until September 2nd, 2024. That includes all of our B-line buses, including paratransit, will continue to be fare-free, providing residents and visitors with a convenient and cost-effective transportation option throughout the county. We just want to remind people that regular fares will resume on Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024. This particular initiative is a part of Westchester County Executive Latimer, and our entire team's ongoing efforts to support local communities, ease those transportation costs for families, and encourage the use of public transit. With our public summer season having increased travel and numerous events around the county, including some in Ardsley, the free B-line buses aim to make getting around Westchester a lot easier and affordable for everyone, and gives you that opportunity to check out someplace else in Westchester County that may not be in your direct line of sight, the direct areas that you normally go to see services and see festivals and the great restaurants that are around in so many different places. It's a great opportunity for that. So we are super excited to make sure that we were bringing back free B-line buses for this summer. This continues to encourage people to take public transit, to be able to see the great options that we have in our public transit system. And it is fantastic. It's something that is great for our environment, and everyone should take advantage of it. To get some more information about our free fare bus line, B-line initiative, the schedules, the routes, you can go to the Westchester County Public Works and Transportation website, or you can call them at 914-813-7777. And we have to continue to remind people, for the paratransit system, you have to be signed up for that system, for that program ahead of time. So it's not something that you could just call in for the paratransit option. It takes a bit of time to get through that particular application process, but take advantage of this opportunity, especially since most of our buses all the time are out there, have air conditioning, and they also have charging ports for those folks that need it. Back to you, George.
Thanks, Ken. This is the second week of the Paris Olympics, and this Olympiad involves a number of Westchester residents and people connected to Westchester who are performing, young athletes, and we're very honored to just recognize them as they're being recognized on the worldwide scene for their athletic prowess. These are really remarkable individuals. They have achieved at the very highest level of their sport at a very young age. So we want to recognize Sam Coffey of Sleepy Hollow, who's the women's U.S. soccer midfielder, and Emma Hayes, who's a former Iona College women's soccer head coach, who is now the 2024 U.S. Olympic women's soccer head coach. The women's team plays Tuesday, tomorrow, against Germany in the semifinals. U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Leonard Corer, Iona College senior, track and field. Staff Sergeant Corer will compete in the men's marathon on August 10th. Ray Benjamin, Mount Vernon High School graduate, track and field. He was in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics Games. He earned one gold and one silver medal in that Olympiad. This year, Benjamin is favored in the 2024 Paris 400-meter hurdles finals that's coming up on October 9th. We already have winners from Westchester to date. Claire Weinstein from White Plains in swimming. Claire won the silver medal in the 2024 4x200 meter freestyle event. And Kate Douglas of Pelham, also in swimming. She won the gold medal in the 2024 200 meter breaststroke event, and she won the silver medal in 2024 in the 200 meter individual medley. So Claire, Kate, congratulations. White Plains and Pelham are both very proud of their hometown girls, and we're looking forward to Leonard and Sam and Ray all competing, and of course Emma's leadership as a coach. Westchester is certainly well represented in the Olympics. We're very, very proud of those individuals, and you should be proud of them too. We want to extend a happy birthday to a resident who lives nearby Westchester County. She's not a Westchester resident. She's just over the border in Co-op City in the Bronx. But she was just identified as New York State's oldest resident. Louise Jean Signora celebrated her 112th birthday on July 31st. I felt a little tired at 70. Louise is 112 years old. She's recognized as America's 8th oldest person, which is a remarkable achievement for someone who has lived through over a century of history. Born in 1912 in Harlem. She's the eldest of 5 siblings, and she's the daughter of Italian immigrants. She moved with her family to the Bronx at age 12. Signora credits her long life achievement to remaining smoke-free, that's good, booze-free, that's a little debatable, and free of having a spouse or children. She humorously suggests that avoiding marriage and parenthood might be the key to her happiness and longevity. We're not going to argue with somebody who's lived to be 112, but that, I think most of the rest of us see it a little bit differently. Louise worked for the MTA for 39 years, including roles as an administrative assistant. Her lifespan is an incredible range of historic events, from the sinking of the Titanic in 1912 through the Great Depression, World War II, a host of things that have happened in the last half of the last century, and now the first quarter of this century. To mark her 112th birthday, Louise celebrated with homemade pasta from her nephew, cake, and visits from friends. I'm glad to see she hasn't given up sweets. Give up smoking, give up drinking, at least you gotta have sweets. Among her birthday gift was a $5 scratch-off card, and she won $50 on it, adding a bit of excitement to her special day. She is indeed a very lucky person. She advises younger people to listen to their elders, and at age 70, I am 42 years younger than her, so I'm going to listen to her when I see her in Co-op City, including listening to your moms and dads. She is listed as New York's oldest resident, America's 8th oldest person. There is a website which tracks and verifies the world's oldest people, and it is a great accomplishment, and we're very happy to have our next-door neighbor in Co-op City, Louise Signor, reach the age of 112. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Many more to come. Ken will close us out with the parks information, for which there's always a lot to do this time of the year.
All right, thank you, George. In our nationally accredited and award-winning reauthorized park system, we have the continuation of our Park and Read programs. There's 2 more weeks left in on the program, so the ones I'm going to point out again, I'll point out the dates that they're going to be done in the various parks, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. All of the Park and Read programs are from 11 to 11:45, and you never know which guest readers that you might get. This week, tomorrow, August 6th, from 11 to 11:45 at the Lenoir Preserve in Yonkers. All of our folks can enjoy ages 3 to 6 to discover the joy of reading in picturesque Lenoir with the captivating Read Aloud program. That's right at the Fire Circle. And again, that's for August 6th, and then following Tuesday, August 13th, and that's the end of our summer program there. In Saxon Woods on Wednesday, August 7th, right in the grassy area adjacent to the playground. It's inside the pavilion in case of inclement weather. This past week, Legislator Ben Boykin, myself, and our good friend Nancy Aldino read for the young folks at Saxon Woods Park. And again, that's going to be the 7th, this Wednesday, and then the following Wednesday, August 14th. And again, you never know who's going to show up. On Thursday, August 8th, that's at the Kensico Dam Plaza. And at the Kensico Dam Plaza, that is right in the grassy area outside the office. Again, on this Thursday, August 8th, and the following Thursday, August 15th, and that will be the end of our Park and Read programs for the summer session. We'll look forward to Rosie Finizio and her entire team pulling that together for moving forward. I got to tell you that we had a great time out at Saxon Woods. Again, you have to be a parent or guardian with your 3 to 6 year old. You can't just drop them off. You'll be there, and they do various activities, not just getting the reading done, which myself and Nancy Aldino did the same book in English and Spanish. That was great. Ben Boykin, and then they had some games going on to keep the young folks interested, something with some eggs. I'm sure that there's other games that Rosie Finizio comes up with, and ice pops, because it's always good to have ice pops or ice cream, whichever ones those are. Wednesday, we also have on Thursday, we have our farm stand program continuing at the Hilltop Hanover Farm and Environmental Center. That's Westchester County's full farm that's going on there, and they have some tremendous activities going on. The stand's open Thursday through Sundays. Discover the seasonal availability of produce in the region. With all the rain that we've had, we've gotten some tremendous crops that have come in, so take advantage of that. It's a 50% discount on eligible items for those customers that pay with SNAP benefits, and certainly there's transportation that we have that's going around in our area. Every Tuesday and Friday, we continue on with the mall walk at the Westchester and White Plains on days like today and the last few weeks where we've had the inclement weather as far as the heat and humidity is concerned, or with the tremendous rain that we've had. This gives you an opportunity to get your walk on, to go at your own pace, or you could get motivated by joining the inspiring group of people who've expanded this program into a very small community. That's 8 to 10 a.m. at the Westchester and White Plains. That's the Mall Walk every Tuesday and Friday. Friday, this weather permitting, of course, the Robeson Summer Concert Series continues at Kensico Dam Plaza. As you know, Kensico Dam Plaza is free to go. That's Westchester Central Park. This Friday from 7 to 9 p.m., it's going to be Jimmy Kenny and the Pirate Beach Band. They do a tribute band for Jimmy Buffett and Zach Brown, so it'll be a fun, exciting kind of California time, and it'll be a really great evening for the Robeson Summer Concert Series. Again, this Friday, August 9th, 7 to 9. And then on Saturday, we have White Plains Hospital sponsored screening Under the Stars at Kensico Dam Plaza. This week, from 7 o'clock to 10:30 on Saturday, it's going to be Kung Fu Panda 4. That's rated PG, and that movie came out in 2024, so it's a great opportunity bringing the folks out, take out a picnic basket, and be able to take advantage of watching the great summer screenings from White Plains Hospital, screening Under the Stars at Kensico Dam Plaza. And with that, we'll turn back to the county executive to wrap things up for this week's segment. George.
Thanks very much, Ken. We want to remind you all again that each of our different local communities are having summer concerts throughout this week. This is the first full week of the month of August. It'll take us at the end of the week on Saturday to the 10th of the month. Some of those concerts complete their run, their 6-week run this week. Some will continue on, but check your local municipal governments and recreation departments to see which ones continue on. New Rochelle, Harrison, there are some that keep on going. Some have ceased already, but it's a great fun to go to a summer concert, and they have different types of concerts that are out there, traditional summer band, orchestra type performances at Chase Park in Scarsdale, cover band performances at Lake Isle in Eastchester, and at Gazebo Park tonight in Pelham and some other places. But put that on your calendar. That's a fun Westchester thing to do. Next week, Ken will be handling the update. That's on the 12th. On the 19th, there will not be an update report. On the 26th, I'll again chair it, and we'll keep on going as we head into September. We start to deal with issues relating to the county budget, and of course lots of local issues, some of which we'll report on. We are in the process of working on a number of those issues I mentioned last week. We have some traffic safety issues in Mamaroneck Village, which we are working with the village on. We hope to have a more full report in one of the weeks. We have a host of things we intend to complete by the beginning of school season, and then those that will take longer than that, but we'll report on that to you as well. And we have some information coming up later this week on colorectal efforts that we're making in the county. But in the meantime, have a wonderful day. Watch out for the rainfall whenever it comes. Supposed to get a little cooler for the rest of the week, but it's the summer. It is August, so prepare accordingly. I'm George Latimer, County Executive. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.